Lightspeed, the ability to move at the speed of light. We see lightspeed used in movies ranging from Lightyear to Lilo and Stitch to even WALL-E. It's a common staple in modern day sci-fi movies and TV shows. But Lightyear has taught us that lightspeed comes at a cost, namely that the vessel traveling at or near lightspeed ages slower than those that are not traveling at those speeds. And this has interesting ramifications when you apply it to other movies. Consider WALL-E. In WALL-E, we first find the Axiom floating listlessly in space, keeping its occupants alive and dumping litter behind it. Having left Earth hundreds of years ago, it's hard to tell just how far the Axiom has traveled in that amount of time. But once they are ready to return home, the Axiom jumps to light speed. In their light speed travel, they are traveling for 10 seconds, which isn't a ton, but surely the amount of time that passed on Earth would be different, right? But by how much? Is it enough time that it should be unrecognizable to WALL-E? Is it enough that Eve's travels to and from Earth mean that she was actually under a different captain when she was deployed? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, I'm Stealthy Doggo and I talk about Disney theories on this channel. If you enjoy those kind of videos, please be sure to subscribe for future content. Up until recently, movies and shows have played with the idea of lightspeed travel with little to no repercussions. Movies like Lilo and Stitch, Star Wars, and even shows like Star Trek have all implemented high-speed space travel without having that space travel negatively impact the rest of the universe. Pixar challenged this with the release of Lightyear, a story that tells the origin story of the Buzz Lightyear toy. In Lightyear, a stranded Buzz of Star Command begins testing different fuel sources in an attempt to be able to achieve stable light speed travel. However, after each attempt, Buzz experienced the results of time dilation. The people stuck on Takani Prime were experiencing time faster than Buzz was during his flights. This is due to an anomaly known as time dilation. The idea behind time dilation is that an object in motion will experience time slower than an object at rest. The difference is usually negligible at most speeds, but as the object in motion approaches light speed, the difference becomes very apparent. For example, 10 seconds to a person traveling at 3,000 kilometers per second, or 1/100th the speed of light, is the equivalent of 10.00005 seconds to someone on Earth. This is almost a laughable difference, and even if we multiply their speed by 10, bringing us to 1/10 the speed of light, the difference is still only 1/20th of a second, 10 to 10.05 seconds. It's not until you start getting really close to the speed of light that time dilation really shows its impact. At 99% the speed of light, 296,794 kilometers per second, or 184,419 miles per second, 10 seconds for the traveler is the equivalent of 71 seconds on Earth. That's a 7 times difference. And as you get closer and closer to the speed of light, the difference gets more and more dramatic. 10 seconds at 99.99% the speed of light is 707 seconds. At 99.9999% the speed of light is 7,071 seconds. Eventually, you reach a point where you are traveling at the speed of light, but at that point, time would stop for the traveler from an observable perspective. At that point, 10 seconds for the traveler would be an infinite amount of time passage on Earth, just like 1 second would be. This is the primary reason why traveling at speed of light is not physically feasible. But okay, what if we just traveled 1 meter per second slower than the speed of light? This would be 299,492.457 kilometers per second, or 186,095.99 miles per second. At this speed, 10 seconds in flight would be 122,432 seconds on Earth. That's the equivalent of 1 day and 10 hours. This feels very underwhelming, especially given how time dilation was shown in Lightyear. However, the difference here in WALL-E is the time and distance in travel. In WALL-E, the Axiom takes 10 seconds to travel the distance from where they were to Earth. However, the test flights Buzz is flying are much longer. We can see in one of his test flights that between rings, he has time to do complex maths to alter the trajectory of his spacecraft before reaching another ring. This means there must be more than 10 seconds in these test flights, and given how much time is passing on Tucani Prime, we can probably figure out how long these flights are. But that's for another video. If you enjoy Disney movies, please check out this video where my wife tests my knowledge of Disney songs from the movies. And until next time, take care everyone.